Have you ever felt like your business is just hitting an invisible wall? You know you serve multiple towns, but for some reason, the phone only seems to ring with calls from your home base. It's frustrating, right? You're available, you're ready to go, but to Google, you're basically a ghost in the very next town over. So today, let's talk about exactly why this happens and, more importantly, how you can fix it.
You see, the whole problem really boils down to this disconnect, this kind of local blind spot. It's the gap between what you say your business does and what Google actually understands about where you do it. And honestly, this is the exact spot where so many local marketing efforts just fall flat.
I mean, this is the big question, isn't it? You've listed all the towns you serve on your website, you're geared up and ready to do the work, so why aren't the calls and emails coming in from those places? Why does your business seem to completely vanish the second someone just one town away searches for exactly what you do?
Okay, a statement like this, it probably looks really familiar. You might even have something just like it on your own homepage. And look, to a person, to a potential customer, this is perfectly clear. It's logical, it's helpful, you're telling them exactly where you work. But here's the catch, you're not just talking to people.
And this, right here, is the absolute heart of the issue. What feels like simple, direct, helpful information to a person, well, to Google's algorithm, it feels vague, it feels uncertain. And that uncertainty, that is the single biggest thing holding you back.
So, let's dig into why this vagueness is such a killer for local search. It's not because Google is out to get you or penalize you, not at all. It's just that its entire system is built to run on confidence, not on guesswork.
Think of Google less like some all-knowing brain and more like a really cautious librarian. Its number one job is to give the person searching the most relevant, most reliable result it possibly can. So if it's got a choice between a business that makes a super specific claim and one that makes a broad general claim, it's going to pick the safe, specific bet every single time. It just doesn't want to get it wrong.
Just look at the difference here. It's night and day. On the left, saying you service a whole region, that makes Google go, okay, but where exactly? That's a signal with high uncertainty. But on the right, you're giving it a specific service in a specific town. Boom. That's a high confidence signal. Google knows exactly what that means and what to do with it.
And this right here is why Google is so cautious. It's literally just mirroring the way your potential customers think. People aren't looking for a complicated answer. They want to know who can fix my problem, who's nearby, and who's going to make this easy for me. They value local and trusted, period.
So, okay, if being vague creates all this uncertainty that holds us back, how in the world do we create the confidence that Google is looking for? Well, the answer is a really powerful tool that, honestly, is often totally misunderstood. It's called the local landing page.
Now, let's be super clear about what this actually is. This is not just a generic service page where you do a find and replace on the town name. A real local landing page is a dedicated asset. It's a page built from the ground up to prove to both Google and your customers that you get them, and you get their specific local context.
And that's really the bottom line, isn't it? So many businesses have websites filled with pages that just exist. They're taking up space, but they're not doing any work. A well-made local landing page is built with intent. It has one job, to erase any doubt and to earn you that top spot.
All right, so now we know what a local landing page is, and we know why it works. So let's get into the good stuff. How do you actually build one, step by step, so that it gets you real results?
I want to just pause here for a second, because this is so important. The execution is everything. A badly made local page can actually create more confusion for Google than having no page at all. So believe me, getting these next few steps right is absolutely critical.
So here it is, your 5-step blueprint. First, right at the top, be crystal clear. We do this service in this town. Easy. Second, and this is the part almost everyone skips, explain the local context. Why does your plumbing service, for example, matter in this specific town? Are there a lot of old houses? A new subdivision? Connect it. Third, show how you solve those local problems. Fourth, be honest. You don't have to pretend you have an office there. Just say, we're based here and we're happy to travel to you. And finally, number 5, make it ridiculously obvious what you want them to do next. Call now, get a quote, no confusion.
If you ever get stuck, if you ever wonder why a page isn't ranking, I want you to come back to this one simple idea. Every single failure in local SEO, I mean everyone, can be traced back to this. It muddies the waters. It increases Google's uncertainty about who you are, what you do, and where you do it.
And these are the biggest culprits. That copy-paste job where you just change the town name, it's a massive red flag for Google.
Pages that have zero real local flavor feel fake because they are. And this last one is huge. If your page says one thing, but your Google business profile, your free listing on Google Maps, says something else, you've just created a direct contradiction. And that forces Google to just hit the brakes and not show you at all.
So, when you dodge those mistakes and you actually follow this blueprint, what's the payoff? Well, it's about so much more than just getting one page to rank. It's about building a clear, powerful, strategic advantage for your business.
You see, a great local page doesn't exist in a vacuum. It becomes part of a system. It links to your main service pages, it gets reinforced by your Google business profile, and it strengthens your website's overall authority for that service in that area. It creates this logical, easy-to-follow path that makes it dead simple for Google to trust you.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. This sounds like a ton of work. But here's the really good news. You don't need dozens of these pages. Seriously, just start with 2 or 3. Pick the neighboring towns that are the most important for your business and build amazing pages for them. A few high-quality, high-intent pages will always beat a dozen generic cookie-cutter ones.
And let's end on this because this is the real secret weapon for a small business. This whole strategy is how you can outsmart and outmaneuver a much bigger competitor. While they're just trying to win with sheer size and scale, you can win by being hyper-relevant. By creating absolute clarity for Google and for your customers, you build a competitive advantage that they just can't copy. So, I'll leave you with this question to think about for your own business. Go take a hard look at your website, but look at it through this new lens. Is every page on there working to reduce uncertainty and build confidence? Or is it accidentally making it harder for your next best customer who's just one town over to even find out you exist?